Hi, Yukia. How are you?
Hi, I'm very good. Excited.
Good.
It's a bright day here in Peru, in the Andes. So,
Nice.
and everything, the energy is flowing. We've got beautiful sunny days, which is a great time of the year.
That's wonderful. Yeah, we're here in the Cayman Islands and we have what's called our Christmas breeze, which has started. And so around this time of year, it starts having this wonderful, beautiful breeze for about the next 6 weeks. And it's just the best time of year. So, yeah.
Sounds really inspiring.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk to you today about the Sacred Worlds game a little bit and really just the characters mainly. And I'm interested to hear like where you got your inspiration for the characters and like the story behind the creation of them.
Yes. Yeah, it's been interesting because the characters have been creating themselves, since birth, basically, so they've been birthing themselves because the characters are really aspects of ourselves, because all the all the qualities that we acquire in our life path are related to characters of the earth, characters of the water, characters of the cosmos. There are characters that mirror those qualities. For example, the unicorn, the mirrors the qualities of resilience and courage, and the own as a magic healing capacity. So it has the ability to open your vision, be able for you to see beyond what is in front of you, and it has healing capacities. And they're very much about truth. You are searching for the truth. You are searching you are looking at the world, not only at what you're looking at this moment, but you are also looking beyond that veil, beyond that what you see at the moment is not always what it is. There's something more. Right. So it opens you up to a new understanding and of how you communicate with the world around you, with nature, in the different realms. So this mystical creatures, which I call the world of the nature spirits, give us those little pieces of understanding. And if you have tapped into your imagination, since you were a child, and that was one of my cases, is having been able to engage with my world of imagination and search for that mystical world, those mystical books, those mystical creatures, from the sea, from the cosmos, and having had access also to engage with some of them, these characters started materializing at one point I started understanding that there were aspects of me.
Yeah.
That it's all aspects of the oneself,
That's right.
Yeah.
And they come to you in different formations, like the unicorn and the different character formations. You saw them in that way.
I saw them that way, the water spirit, the water as a being, not the water as just water. We made of more than 75% water, I would say probably more than that, but water is not just water. It's not just an element of nature, there is a spirit to the water. There is a fluidity. The water communicates, we can see if we sing to the water and or we sing to the water and we want to make ice, afterwards, that that particular, that particular design, or that water that we put in that cup, and we just sing into it. If we put it in the freezer, it comes up. There is a whole design that comes, a whole symbol that comes as a result of that.
Yeah.
There is a message in the water for us. There are codes in the water. There is the purification of it. There is the positive thoughts that we infuse in water, helps us to reset our organisms, helps the flower to bloom. If the water that you put in your flowers, if it is pure, and if you sing to it, or you activate it with positive thoughts, just those flowers will bloom.
That's right.
And they will return the feelings to you. So there is like an exchange in the body, So, started to understand that there's much more to the water, to the sun, that the sun is not just the sun, it's an age, it's a spirit, it's a spirit being,
That's right.
that communicates with you, that sends you messages, that reboots you, that resets you. Because when you are, watching a sunset or watching a sunrise, you have, I'm sure you feel the same, isn't it?
It's just a magical feeling, and you feel it inside. And it's just from watching this, you think, like you said before, it's right in front of you. The thought process is, this is so beautiful. It's really touching my heart. But really what you're feeling is the communication between your inner self and the sun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so paying attention, which is the awareness part, I am aware not only that I exist here as a human being, but I am aware that I exist in this world that is interweaving with me, that it communicates with me, and that I am able to communicate with it also.
That's right. That's right.
And it's in different realms. It's in the water, it's in the cosmos, the same thing with the stars. Look at the stars, and now we communicate with the stars. And now there is an exchange of energy in that communication also.
Yeah. My daughter and I were out looking at the stars once, and one was twinkling, and she said, "Oh, look, that star is speaking to me." So
yes, and that's what happens, but it's all about the attention that you put on it, because you are aware. Oh, I am aware that star is communicating. So I am going to pay attention more often. And then the communication starts flowing, both ways.
Yeah.
So then you start opening up your vision, and to a world that is part of you, that you understand that this is part of me, It's not just like the flower bee, the flower communicates with you, flowers. I loved flowers since I was a child, but I loved flowers not only because of the beauty, because beauty is something that is part of the creative realm that we are in, but it's also because they create beauty everywhere, and they are transformers. If I was sad, if I was tired, just looking at the flower, it filled me with joy, so there's something there. They emit an indirect song that opens my heart. It's a beam of joyful vibration.
That's right.
Isn't it? I mean,
it really is.
I feel the same way. It's like, when you communicate with flowers, there is an exchange.
There is. And I mean, you think about how people give flowers as gifts, and, so it's like, to receive that, they are beautiful to look at, but they hit all your senses, right? So you feel them and they're soft. you look at them and they're beautiful, you smell them and they smell beautiful. But all of those things are communications to you through your various senses from the flower. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And so the, you know, also the different worlds, because this game is about sacred worlds, you know.
Yeah.
The sacred word was something that after, you know, observation, after experiencing the worlds, the different characters and the different worlds, you know, there is a sacredness, you know, in all of them.
That's right.
And there's a communication also between those worlds and ourselves, because they are part of us. We're not separate from the worlds, from the water. We are not separate from the earth. We are not separate from the cosmos. You know, in fact, we are a blend of all of them, you know. So, you know, so this started piecing it together, you know, piecing together that this idea, you know, just like my grandson, he loves this word, the idea, you know, this idea, you know, that the worlds, you know, are you. You are the worlds. You are all these worlds. You carry all these characters, or more, some of them more than others, and we all have a different makeup, you know. That there is timelines, past, present, and future, that, you know, were lived in so many realities, so many aspects were experienced. So then this gets birthed, this idea, you know, that, oh, you know, we have been here so many times and we've experienced so many things, and imagine if we can experience everything, you know, and feel everything and express everything, you know, how much value we can bring to transform the reality that of this planet, you know, and especially nature.
Exactly.
That was one of the birthings, you know. Then the other one was also the experience, experiencing these characters and these worlds through the eyes of my grandchild, you know, Raphael, from a very young age, you know, a spirited kid that has had access to that remembrance, you know, and mapping it together and saying, I remember swimming underwater, you know, and being able to breathe, you know. You know, and then, you know, when he started going to swimming lessons, you know, he could swim underwater, you know. He struggled above water, but underwater he could do his pools, you know. So you know, there is, and his mystical stories about the other unseen worlds, and how happy he was to express himself, you know, to freely with someone that supports.
I'm so glad he has the support around him to express himself freely. I mean, what an amazing thing to have. Great gift. Yeah.
So you know, he inspired me to piece things together, you know, and start weaving the storyline. And then there were favorite characters from him. Like the dragon was like a favorite character for him, you know.
It's your favorite character.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about that, you know, what is my favorite character? And and my favorite character is the Star Elder, you know, the Star Elder. And the reason is because the Star Elders have been with me for such a long time, since I was a child. I used to call them the Sun Elders, because they appeared with luminous gold beings. I could only see the silhouettes, but you know, and sometimes they appeared like llamas, you know, Tibetan llamas, very short, you know, but very funny and very playful. And they were my guides. They were guiding me. I felt that I was supported by this group, you know, all the time, you know. They helped, assisted me to understand vibration, our vibration, or how I receive these waves of vibration, and how this love vibration just, floods through the whole being, but it's part of the whole planet at the same time, that I'm not separate from that, from early earthly life, that although I'm in communication with these sun elders or these star elders, I'm also part of the earth, and they walk with me from the stars, walking, like my companions from the stars are here with me, because me, and there's no separation between me and them. They are one with me. We are here to observe the cycles of the earth, to discover the cycles, to be in sync, to go through the obstacles that are, that I will encounter, challenges, of the body, the challenges of being in the body, the challenges of learning, of understanding how this world works, really, and that it's, even though, the home base is the stars, feeling so embodied and so loved and so nurtured here by this group of beings. So yes, they are one of my favorite, because they've been with me, in many incarnations, and I'm one with them. I am one of them.
That's right.
That's my favorite.
Cool.
I like them all in different ways.
Yeah, I know.
And it's really and the more we communicate, like in these exchanges now that we are doing, the more I appreciate, and I'm in gratitude of having had the choice to read those books, to tap into those energies of the unseen world, and to bring in and to be able to tap into the world of imagination freely.
Yeah. And I'm so grateful to you for sharing this with everyone. I mean, it's like such a education for me. At the same time, it's like common sense as well. I maybe not common sense, but when you say things, it's like, yes, that's right. That's kind of how I have a lot of aha moments when I'm chatting to you. So so much.
It's and we all have that, but somewhere along the line, the doorways to that imagination and to that innate knowingness that we all have, wasn't always opened. If there is a catalyst that comes along and starts speaking about it like we are now, then you start seeing it too.
That's right. Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll chat soon. Thank you
again. All right, beautiful. Thank you.
Bye.